football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me and cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Right to the air is Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And this first drive looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now it's Mahomes again. That's complete to Tony. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at it, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Jackson, options out left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. He was so vital in their wild card win a week ago. 8 catches in that game. This is his 1st one in this affair.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal. At the Chiefs' 6-yard
Again,
line.
Stevenson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Third and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And it follows blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Second and 6.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Jackson on first down. They'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, on third down, those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down. Sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Harrison Butler on for the field goal. A 63-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep this confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Andy Janovich, a Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 17-3. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. He finds his man complete. It's Stevenson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up close to midfield. To throw again is Jackson. Checking this down to Stevenson. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders squaring off against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in
Chiefs
Orlando
quarterback
as we
Patrick
welcome
Mahomes.
everyone back in
He's
for
got a
quarter
touchdown
number
pass
3.
on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit
And they will not
lead.
get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards to the 1st.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back that feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got his man, it's Gainwell. And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
They run behind center with Gainwell. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Mahomes throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Mahomes going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Stevenson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for him. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Carter straight ahead.
Nifty move. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They go play fake. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson options out left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On the draw is Stevenson.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 44 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Here's 3rd and a few inches. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 43 yards. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. On first down, Mahomes. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Jackson.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. It's a pickup of 17 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for field goal of 65-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. This is caught, and they are able
to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Stevenson showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
That's some excitement. Right, go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. Not the return. Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly. And getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Sit on this one. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and again to Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it when they can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
88 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson and a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They go play action with Huntley. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. George Karlaftis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Huntley to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Drop for a loss of 7 on multiple capable defenders.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's a backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 5-point game. But just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
On the counter, Carter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They give up the middle to Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football.
And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll come up now on second down. Huntley's throw complete there to Beckham. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Huntley into the hands of Beckham. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Huntley. And this one too low.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's Huntley. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made down at the 33. Huntley. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going for it. Huntley. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.